Hey guys, this is Sarah with Healthy Families for God, and I am just coming on here today to show you what it looks like when you get a lab test from my website that you can do yourself, and just a little bit about those and how they work really quickly, because sometimes it's just a little bit scary to people. So I want to show you how easy it is to test a lot of things from your home. You can test your vitamin D right from home. This is a really great time of year to test your vitamin D because it's usually the lowest that it's going to be throughout the year at this point in the year, especially if you live in a colder climate like here in Minnesota. So you can test vitamin D, you can do hormones and thyroid and adrenals, and there are there's a weight profile, there's a fertility profile, there are heavy metals and minerals, which we have done and found to be extremely valuable, and I much prefer them over the hair mineral analysis that we used to do. So I just want to show you really quick what it looks like and really how easy it is. I really have always been the kind of person where when I'm getting my blood drawn, I have to look away. I have fainted in the past when I was getting stitches, so I was like, if it's anything like that, I can't do it. But it's really easy, and we've done these with our family and with our kids to just really check their health and stuff right from home. So this is what most of them look like. Some of them will say a little bit differently. Most of them say hormone test kit, which throws a lot of people off. I get a lot of emails from people. They're like, I ordered a vitamin D test and it says hormone test kit. They all say that on the front. I'm still not totally sure why. But when you open them up, there is a piece of paper in there that will show it'll have like a little check box by which lab test it is. So you can verify that you got the right one by taking out this piece of paper that comes with it and making sure that the bubble is filled in for the test kit that you selected. So this one says vitamin D because we are checking our vitamin D levels right now for our family because it's February and that's a great time of year to test it. So when you get this, it'll come just in a regular envelope like this, and this paper will just ask some symptom questions, and it's very important that you fill these out because there is basically a law that says that they can't run lab tests without some symptoms. So you have to fill out just some symptoms to get the test run. There are 3 states, and I should have double checked this before I did this, but there are 3 states that's listed on my website that these tests are really not available through without a doctor's signature, and so I don't sell to those states. So this is the paper that you fill out, and then what also comes in here is a prepaid label and an envelope to mail the specimen back into. So it's really easy. You just put the label on here and it has the laboratory's address and everything already on it. This is prepaid, so that is included in the price of the test kit, and so it's really easy to mail it back. And there are a few ways of testing. So for vitamin D, obviously that's blood. This one is blood spots, so we don't have to do a full blood draw, which is why we can do it at home. So it comes with 2 one-time use lancets, and so these, just in case the first one doesn't work, you just use them and prick the skin, and then what you would do is just take and squeeze blood spots, or just squeeze a drop of blood into each of these circles on the test kit, and then you would put this in there just as instructed, and that would go back in your mailing envelope with the label on it and your paper that you fill out. And it would ask for payment information on here, but if you get it through my website, it's prepaid, and so you don't have to do any of that on there either. So there are instructions, and with every purchase I send out an email with video instructions on how to collect your specimen. If you do a hormone test, that will also include little tubes for saliva, and if you those are really easy too. I personally prefer, if there's a choice, so like for progesterone tests, I have 2 options available. There's one for saliva and there's one for blood. The results and the reliability of the results is going to be the same or very, very similar. It's just basically a matter of personal preference. So for me, I've done both, and I did not like having to sit and try to come up with a whole bunch of spit in the morning, and so I prefer the blood spot test, coming from somebody who didn't like to see blood drawn before. So it's just a matter of personal preference, and it's really easy. So these are obviously cash pay only for those who maybe want to be able to just do them at home, or maybe don't have insurance that'll cover it, or whatever it is. And they're super easy, they're super convenient, and they can be done quickly. If you're testing hormones, for women, the best time of the month to test your hormones is the luteal phase between days 14 and 21. If you can calculate that, some women can't, and that's totally fine. It can be done anytime, but it's just the best time, especially when we're looking at fertility, because we want to make sure that progesterone is rising the way that it should in that phase of our cycle, for maximum fertility and things like that. So just a note there. There are a lot of situations where it might be best to keep a few progesterone tests on hand when pregnant or working to get pregnant, if that has been an issue in the past with low progesterone or a history of miscarriage or anything like that. So sometimes you can just have a few of them on hand and just send them in weekly. The results, once the lab receives them, they have, I think it's about a 10 business day turnaround time to get you the results, and those are sent out via email. None of this gets into any HIPAA or patient authorization forms. We don't do any of that, so I do not get the results of your tests. So it all goes directly through the lab once you order the test through me. And if because of for those who purchase the test through my website, if you do want me to look at your results for you and just make some recommendations or some suggestions or anything based on those results, I am happy to do that. If the test is ordered through my website, all you have to do is just forward me the results via email once you get them, and I will look them over. I've included a link in this video to check out more of just what the tests are available. The ones that my family has found very valuable and does the most are the vitamin D test, like I said, this time of year. I definitely recommend doing vitamin D testing before pregnancy to make sure that it's optimized, as well as making sure progesterone is optimized before pregnancy. We have also found the heavy metals and minerals test to be extremely valuable, especially as we were working through healing my vaccine injured son and detoxifying his body and seeing that what we were doing was working. I have a blog post on my website with more information about what we did, so you can check that out too. I've done the thyroid one for myself, and we have the testosterone one for my husband as he's getting older. Just some things like that. So if that's something that you wanted to look into, I hope that helps you just kind of see that they're really easy, and it's a great way to just get an assessment of things at home. Let me know if you guys have any questions. I hope you're having a great day.